If you are anything like me, you have been seeing all the new makeup releases popping up everywhere and wondering, are any of these actually worth it? Well, I have got you covered. Hi everyone, I am Salima, and in this video, I am getting into all the new beauty products that I have been trying out, giving you my honest thoughts, swatches, and some comparisons. I've been a little behind on my video schedule lately. Life got in the way. So, I decided to pack all the new beauty products I have been testing into one video for you. There are timestamps below so you can jump right to what you want to see. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the new $110 foundation drops from Victoria Beckham. Just like our concealer, this is a collaboration with Augustinus Bader, who is famous for his skincare. I think that's the biggest reason for this crazy high price tag. As for the packaging, it's plastic. Some of you might actually prefer this since it's not fragile and easy to travel with, but honestly, for a $110 foundation, it just doesn't have that elevated feel that you would expect. It's functional, but it doesn't offer any extra bells and whistles. I am in the shade number 8, which is for medium skin tones with a neutral warm undertone, and it's a perfect match for me. The formula itself has a thin, serum like consistency that applies easily and sets to a beautiful radiant finish. It's not overly dewy, but you can definitely see a healthy glow on the skin. I get light coverage from it, and it never clings to my dry patches or emphasize any texture. I also noticed a slight blurring effect, which I love. It just makes my skin look smooth and polished. The best part is that it doesn't look like makeup, it looks like a second skin. This foundation wears incredibly well. After 12 hours, I didn't notice much fading at all. My skin got a little shiny, but nothing that a bit of a powder couldn't fix. Honestly, heading into fall and winter, I probably won't even need to set it. It's hydrating enough for my dry skin that I don't need a lot of prep beforehand. The big question is it worth it? I don't have anything bad to say about this foundation. I know I will get a lot of use out of it. But here's the thing, if I'm just looking for a light coverage, hydrating, and super natural looking foundation, I often reach for the Dior Forever Hydrate Nude Foundation. The packaging is beautiful, wavy glass bottle with a pump, which gives it that luxurious feel that you would expect from the brand. And if I want light coverage with a noticeable blurring effect, the Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint is a great choice. It makes me look like I have naturally perfected skin. I can also get that same light coverage and perfected skin with the Givenchy Glow Serum Foundation or the Guerlain Glow Foundation. Both of these have that serum-like consistency, and I can build up the coverage if I want without looking cakey. The main difference between these options and the Victoria Beckham Foundation is the Augustinus Bader skincare. None of the other foundations have this proprietary TFC8 technology. So if you're specifically looking for skincare benefits in your makeup, that's what you're paying for with the Victoria Beckham Foundation. Keep in mind that both the Hourglass and the Victoria Beckham products are fragrance free, while the Dior, Givenchy, and Guerlain products do contain fragrance. So, what do you guys think? Are you planning to try the Victoria Beckham foundation drops? Next up, I picked up these Glossier Cloud Paint Plush blushes. These retail for $26 and they're meant to provide a soft matte color while blurring the look of pores. I really like the packaging on these. It is sleek and the packaging matches the blush inside, which is something I always appreciate. Since I own so much makeup, it just makes it so easy to find what I'm looking for. The texture is very unique. In the pan, it feels so soft to the touch, not chalky or powdery like a traditional hard pressed powder. It's not a creamy texture, and I wouldn't compare it to something like the Rare Beauty Bouncy Blush. Instead, it's so finely milled that it almost melts onto the skin. The product pickup is great no matter what brush I use, and it's not overly pigmented. You can get a nice wash of color with a light hand, but you can easily build it up to pack a punch. It has a soft matte finish with a blurring effect on the skin. It's not a crazy airbrush finish like the Dior liquid blushes, but the smoothing effect is definitely there and very noticeable. The color stays put on my skin all day long without any noticeable fading. If you guys have tried the Glossier Cloud Paint Cream blushes and you wanted a powder version or a less pigmented version of them, these blushes are a great option to try. In fact, Glossier has added a lot of similar shades from their cream blush line to this new powder blush line. I have the shade Beam in both the cream and the powder formulas, and I think they're similar, except I think that the powder version has a little more pink in it, while the cream version is a true soft peach blush. My favorite shade is Gale, which I don't think is available in their cream formula. It's a dusty rose with a warm brown undertone, and it reminds me of some of my favorite blushes like the Dior Chanel or the Ilia Soft Focus Blurring Blush in the shade Breathless. Both of those have a beautiful luminosity to them, while this Glossier blush has that perfect soft matte finish, just like the Hermes blush in Rose 10. The last shade I got is called Soar, which is described as a bright pink. On my skin tone, it's more of a berry pink, and I honestly love it. I don't know what's happening, but suddenly I've started enjoying pink blushes, which is not normally my color at all. I thought it might be similar to the Ilia blush in the shade Sensation, but looking at them side by side in the pan, they're totally different. I really don't own a shade like this, and I'm so happy I have it now. Overall, I'm very happy with this blush purchase. You guys know, I already have a massive collection of blushes, but these definitely have a spot, and I will continue to use them and recommend them. Before we get to the next product, I just wanted to quickly share that I have been picking up some of the holiday releases that caught my eye. I'm so excited to review them for you guys soon. So if you want to see those videos, just make sure you're subscribed and have the bell notification turned on. Next up, I have a bunch of products from Rhode. This is a brand that is owned by Hailey Bieber that just recently came to Sephora. I am not new to this brand. In fact, I have talked about their lip balms and blushes in my previous videos. But I'm so happy they're finally at Sephora because my experience ordering directly from their site was always a little bit of a hit or a miss. Anyways, let's first talk about their blushes. I'm going to be honest, I am not a fan of this bulky packaging at all. It feels a little impractical. But the product inside, I absolutely love it. It is a very creamy blush stick formula that goes on super pigmented but easily shears out to give a natural, soft, and diffuse color payoff. You can build up the color if you need to, and it sets down to a lovely satin finish on the skin. On my dry skin, I notice some fading at the end of the day. So, if you have oily skin or if blushes don't tend to stay on your cheeks for long, you might want to set it with a little bit of a powder or a setting spray. I already own the shade Sleepy Girl, which is a soft mauve. So I picked up Freckle and Sunsoak. Freckle is a beautiful neutral peach. It's a great everyday shade for me. Sunsoak is a stunning red blush with hints of orange. It's different from the other red blushes in my collection. In fact, I'm working on a full video on some red and terracotta blushes. So if you're interested, you should definitely subscribe to my channel. Overall, I think these are great cream blushes with some truly stunning shades in the collection. If you enjoy a natural looking diffuse blush, you find a shade that you like, and you don't mind the bulky packaging, then you should absolutely give the Rhode blushes a try. Next from Rhode are their peptide lip tints. I already own three shades, so I picked up a fourth one from Sephora. These are essentially tinted lip balms, and as someone who owns a lot of lip balms, I can tell you that this isn't a thick, occlusive balm like the EADEM or the Ole Henriksen ones. But it's not thin and liquidy either, just like the Tower 28 Lip Softies. It has a more plush, cushiony consistency, almost like a lightweight lip serum, just like the ones from Laneige. It's hydrating enough to feel nourishing, but it's not so thin that it bleeds or move outside of your lip lines. I love all the nudie, natural looking shades they have, and these lip balms are also fragrance free. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, you will really enjoy them. Now, I know that some people have observed that these lip tints turn grainy on them. I haven't had that issue in a long time. Except for the salty tan shade that I just bought from Sephora, all the other shades have been in my collection for at least a year, and they're just as good as they were on day one. So hopefully, Rhode has already fixed that issue. Overall, I'm enjoying these lip tints. The texture is great, and they have some really beautiful wearable shades. If you want a lip balm that provides a perfect wash of color without being sticky or heavy, these are a definite recommendation from me. Before I get into the skincare products from Rhode, I quickly wanted to talk about the new EADEM Lip Softening Balm in the shade Pain Au Chocolat. They added two new shades to the line, and I picked up this beautiful brown one with shimmer. The other one is a clear with golden shimmer. If you're not familiar with EADEM lip balms, they are one of the thickest and most nourishing formulas in my entire collection. But it's not sticky at all. Unlike a lot of the other balms, this one is much more pigmented. So you get a beautiful wash of color, not just a sheer tint. And it adds a lovely shine. Because it's so substantial, it also lasts for hours on my lips, which is why I use the clear version every single night to keep my lips hydrated and the tinted version for a quick and easy lip look during the day. This one does have a faint smell to it. Since the name is Pain au Chocolat, you would expect it to smell delicious, right? And while it's okay, I wouldn't say it's my favorite scent. I do like that it is subtle and not overpowering. I am completely in love with this balm. It gives me that perfect combination of a nourishing formula and a beautiful, pigmented color that I can wear every day. Another lip product I picked up is from Violette-FR. It is their matte liquid lipstick. I'm not really a fan of matte liquid lipsticks, so I decided to pick up one shade to see if I enjoy the formula. I am so happy to report that I absolutely do, and I will definitely be picking up more shades from Sephora. Now, even though this is marked as a liquid lipstick, I think that the texture is more like a whipped cream and almost mousse like consistency. It's not a thick, heavy whipped cream, it's still so thin and comfortable on the lips. Because of that unique feel, it has a beautiful, soft matte finish and does a great job of blurring my lip lines, so it never settles into them. This lip color is that perfect fall shade. It's a gorgeous blend of warm cinnamon and a classic red. It has a beautiful depth to it, so it's so flattering and effortlessly chic for the season. This is not a transfer resistant formula, but it does stain your lips. So at the end of the night, I still have color on my lips, even if I haven't touched up. As someone with very dry, flaky lips, I am completely sold on this liquid lipstick. And the last lip product I wanted to talk about before we jump into the Rhode skincare product is the new Louis Vuitton lipstick. Honestly, I was super hesitant to even include this in my video because it has been one of the most controversial makeup launches in a long time. I actually filmed my review twice and decided to edit it out because of how people were reacting online. When I first learned that Pat McGrath was the creative director and that they would be launching 55 shades, I had a mental note to grab at least 5 or 6. But after seeing the $160 price tag, I decided to only pick up 2. The price is shocking, and I get that. But what really surprised me was seeing the bullying and the negative reactions towards people who decided to buy it. I just think that we all are adults, right? And we have different ways of spending our money. Whether you like this launch or not, it's important that we remain respectful of each other's opinion and choices. So, with that being said, let's get into the review. I picked up one matte and one satin lipstick. Both of these lipsticks have a heavy duty metal component, which just feels so substantial and luxurious in your hand. The closure is magnetic, which I always find satisfying. You can see the color of the lipstick through the beautiful petal like window at the top of the case. Of course, it's decorated with Louis Vuitton's iconic monogram motif as well as their signature checkerboard pattern. So it is like a true work of art. The heavy-duty outer case is metal that you will keep forever, while the inner lipstick component that you can buy separately is made of lightweight plastic. This makes the refill process easy, and it means that you can keep this stunning case in your collection for years to come. Is it a beautiful packaging? Yes. Is it the most beautiful packaging in my collection? Not really. I'm a lipstick junkie and I have a lot of favorites. I love my Hermes lipstick. Guerlain cases are stunning too, and I love that you can have your name embossed on them. There's so many options to choose from. I also adore the new Chantecaille lipstick packaging with the elephant embossing, and the Gucci lipstick cases are beautiful too. To me, they're all gorgeous, even though they're not nearly as expensive as the Louis Vuitton. For the matte finish, I decided to grab a nude shade in 110. It's a toasted almond nude that has this warm reddish undertone. I think these kinds of shades are timeless and elegant. Because it's a matte, it has a beautiful velvety finish that doesn't look dry or flat. It's not a creamy matte like the Prada Soft Matte or the Clé de Peau matte lipstick. And it's not a super pigmented formula like the Westman Atelier or Valentino matte lipsticks. In fact, this formula reminds me a lot of the new Givenchy Velvet Matte that I reviewed for you guys recently. This lasts on my lips for a good 6 to 7 hours with eating and drinking. Thankfully, it has a subtle, flowery scent that doesn't give me a headache. As for my satin lipstick, I went with a bold shade in 606. This color is described as a fiery terracotta, and it's this incredibly vibrant, powerful red with a lot of warmth. This is the kind of color you wear when you want to make a statement, and I don't have a lot of shades like this in my collection. So I thought, let's buy one everyday and one special occasion shade. I think that a satin lipstick formula is similar to some of the other satin lipsticks I have tried from Dior, Chantecaille, or Clé de Peau, where it is not super shiny and glossy, but it's not too saturated. It's got a good balance of pigment and comfort on the lips. This lasts for 4 to 5 hours on my lips while eating and drinking, which I think is great. Overall, I love both of the lipsticks I got. Is it the most unique formula or packaging in my collection? As a lipstick junkie, at this point, I have so many lipsticks that nothing really feels unique anymore. But I enjoy it. It feels luxurious, it feels comfortable on the lips, and I will get a lot of use out of it. Editing Salima here, and I completely forgot to show you something really fun that came with the package. Some extra lipstick samples. I'm going to insert a quick clip of all the swatches right here. Honestly, I think these are some really beautiful colors. I am especially drawn to 207, which is described as a mid-tone rose lilac. I totally get that description. I love that it's a vibrant, rosy shade with just a beautiful whisper of mauve, so it looks incredibly elegant and not too bright. It feels like a shade that you could wear every day. Now, looking at them swatched out, I have to say that the shade 109 and 105 look super similar, at least on my skin tone. They both read as that perfect, my lips but better kind of shade. What do you guys think? Is there any one of these lipstick shades that absolutely calls your name? Alright, now let's talk about some of the skincare products from Rhode. They're not new to me except for the mist, which I have been using for the last 2 weeks. Let's start with the Rhode Glazing Milk Facial Essence. I think this is one of the most viral skincare product from Rhode. Essentially, it is a milky toner which is quite popular in Asian beauty. I have tried a lot of milky toners, and this is by far the thickest, richest, and creamiest one I own. It feels less like a liquidy toner and more like a lightweight lotion. It contains ceramides, which are supposed to help strengthen the skin barrier. As someone with dry and dehydrated skin, I love ceramides in my skincare, and I think this toner does a great job at nourishing and comforting my skin. However, I found that it can be a little too heavy even for my dry skin. My skin is also prone to congestion, and I've noticed that if I use this back to back for a couple of days, it can get a bit congested. If you are familiar with the Laneige Cream Skin Toner, this one is actually a little less moisturizing than that. And a key difference for me is that The Laneige toner never congested my skin. It also feels much heavier on the skin compared to the Ilia face base. The Ilia has a great balance of moisture and hydration without being too dewy, which is why it's a good option for all skin types, especially those with combination or oily skin. My favorite skincare product from Rhode is their glazing mist. It is not only a lighter version of their glazing milk essence, but it also has a great balance of hydration and moisture. As someone with dry and dehydrated skin, it's crucial for me to use a product that adds both. This one also has ceramides and cholesterol to help with the skin barrier, but it also contains ectoin, which provides long lasting hydration and calms irritated skin. It is also not as dewy as the glazing milk essence, so I can easily use this all year round. I've shared with you guys that I love the Violette-FR Boom Boom Milk, right? The Boom Boom Milk feels like a milky toner in a spray format, while this Rhode Mist feels more like a watery toner that still adds plenty of moisture and hydration. With fall and winter coming up, I think the Rhode Mist will be a great addition for someone with oily skin looking to add more moisture to their routine without feeling greasy. For me, with my dry skin, I will most likely use this to layer with my other serums and toners. Next, I wanted to talk about the Rhode Peptide Glazing Fluid. This is a lightweight gel serum that's meant to add hydration to the skin. It contains peptides and niacinamide to help with skin texture and radiance. I have almost used up this bottle and I'm mostly underwhelmed by this product. Yes, it is lightweight and hydrating, absorbs quickly, and doesn't feel sticky, but that's about it. It really doesn't make a difference, and if I were to skip using it, I wouldn't miss this product at all. I incorporated this into my nightly routine and use it pretty consistently, but it just didn't make any noticeable difference. I even tried it as a primer, and it was just okay. If I were really looking for a lightweight hydration boost or for a powerful peptide based serum that actually helps with my skin texture and makes it look more plump and full, I would pick the Ample Peptide Short Ampule any day over the Rhode Glazing Fluid. The Ample Ampule retails for $25 or $28 and you get 100 ml, while this Rhode product retails for $32 for only 50 ml. Honestly, I wouldn't bother too much with the price, but I love the Ample because it makes a genuine difference on my skin and it just works for me. The Rhode product didn't make any difference, good or bad, so I will most likely not repurchase this. The last skincare product that I have tried from Rhode is their Barrier Restore Cream. This one was the first skincare product I bought from them, and I love how it feels on my skin. Even though it has a creamy texture, it doesn't have that heaviness that comes with a lot of creams. It absorbs instantly, almost like a gel, but it feels incredibly nourishing. And my skin is left with a natural, hydrated finish with no greasy or sticky feeling whatsoever. It uses shea butter and squalane along with peptides and hyaluronic acid to provide that nourishing and hydrating feeling to the skin. My holy grail moisturizers for a rich formula that helps with the skin barrier are the Ilion Ado Ceramide Cream or the Estora Barrier Repair Cream that you can buy at Sephora. Both of those are much richer and more nourishing on the skin compared to the Rhode cream. I love them especially during the winter months or when I'm using actives in my routine. I think the Rhode cream is a great alternative, especially during the summer months when I don't want to use a heavier cream. As someone who tries a lot of Asian skincare products, I feel like many of the Rhode products take inspiration from my Korean beauty favorites. The textures and performance remind me a lot of what I've used before. While many of the Asian products are much more competitive when it comes to price and give the same or even better results, I still see value in Rhode. If you're looking for that same feel and performance, but you don't have easy access to Asian products, maybe because of long shipping times, custom charges, or limited in store availability, then I think Rhode is a great alternative to get your hands on. Overall, I really like Rhode for their makeup, especially since the shade range works so well for my skin tone. But for skincare, I think I will stick with my Korean beauty favorites. It's just my opinion, but I would love to know what you guys think in the comments. And with that, we are all wrapped up for today. I really hope this video was helpful and that you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It helps out so much. Let me know in the comments if you have tried any of these products or if they are on your wish list. I love chatting with you all down there. As always, stay happy, healthy, and safe wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.